Religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this: to visit the orphan and widow in their distress, and to keep oneself undefiled from the world. James 1:27. God values the poor and oppressed, and it is our job as His church to care for them on the earth. This summer, I had the opportunity to go to Cape Town, South Africa, and help run a job readiness course. Through this experience, I learned firsthand how business skills and principles can be used to share the love of Christ with others. After I graduate college, I hope to return to the village of Longa to help the people there learn how to provide for themselves and their families. Today, I want to talk to you about 4 basic management principles. Then, I want to talk to you about a few key skills that business people need. Finally, I'll talk about how these skills and principles can be used to share the love of Christ with others. First, let's talk about some key business principles. Harold Kuntz and Heinz Weidenrich, authors of Essentials of Management, explain that there are 4 essential parts of management. These are planning, organizing, leading, and control. McGraw-Hill Education, 2010. Planning is all about charting a course to meet an objective. Benjamin Franklin famously said, "If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail." Secondly, organization. It's all about establishing roles for your faculty and staff to gather around your objective and reach it together. Thirdly, leading. Leading is about motivating, assessing leadership styles and approaches, and communicating. Lastly, control. Control is the process of helping people stick to the plan so that you can achieve your desired goal. Now, let's talk about a few key skills that the business person needs. Computer and communication skills are invaluable for a business person. Computer skills are necessary for record keeping and for data collection. Working on the internet is vital for marketing, product promotion, and advertising. Donald Altman, Speech Communication, A Redemptive Introduction, 2012. Communicating well is also essential for the business person. They need to be able to do this orally and in writing. That is because the manager is constantly in communication with other managers, their staff, and the general public. In my experience doing job training, I've seen how vital computer training can be. It will separate an ordinary worker from an extraordinary worker, especially in the field of business. At this point, you might be asking yourself, how can business skills and principles be used to share the love of Christ with others? Business principles and skills can be used to share the love of Christ with others, especially with the poor and oppressed. Psalms 140 talks about God's heart for the poor. David writes in verse 12, "I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and will execute justice for the needy." First, let's talk about maintaining the cause of the afflicted. One key way that business managers can maintain the cause of the afflicted is by teaching people in need how to be responsible with their monetary and non-monetary resources. Hope International is an organization that utilizes business skills and principles to help alleviate poverty around the world. Not only do they help alleviate physical poverty, but they use it as an opportunity to alleviate spiritual poverty through the gospel of Jesus Christ. Finally, let's talk about executing justice for the needy. One key way that managers can execute justice for the needy is by enforcing a business model that does not take advantage of the poor. Farrell, Friedrich, and Farrell, Houghton Mifflin, 2005. These are only a few examples of how one could use business skills and principles to share the love of Christ with others. Over the past few minutes, I've explained 4 key principles of management: planning, organization, leadership, and control. Then we talked about a few key skills that a business person needs to be successful: computer skills and communication skills. Lastly, we talked about how all these principles and skills can be used to share the love of Christ with the poor and oppressed around the world. Thank you for your time.